Hello, everybody. Zachman18 here. Welcome to the next episode of the Friday Show. It's February 27th, 2015. It's our fourth episode, and this is a very special edition because, as we've mentioned last week, we have a special guest with us this week. We have Mr. Eric Asmussen, the developer of Disco Dodgeball.
Hello.
How you doing, Eric?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Pretty great. We're really happy to have you on our show. Ben's on my side here today. We're both sharing the same microphone today. This is the lead developer of Disco Dodgeball. If you guys don't know what Disco Dodgeball is, it's a game on Steam. It's one of the most popular games on Steam, actually. From what we've gathered, it's like the #1 multiplayer game on Steam right now.
Well, it's the best rated multiplayer game on Steam, but I wouldn't say it's the most popular. Like that would be like Dota, Counter-Strike, like those kinds of things. Yeah. Not quite there yet.
Right. We're just gonna have a little bit of a Q&A with Eric here, and we're gonna play a couple rounds of Disco Dodgeball with him. So we're really excited to have you on the show. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I guess the first question that we should ask is what started Disco Dodgeball? What was the inspiration behind it?
I think the main thing is I always felt that projectile combat is the best part of any shooter. You know, like I played some, sort of recently, like Far Cry 3, and as soon as I got the bow and arrow, right, like I'm not using any other weapon because that's not nearly as fun as like, you see your target and they're walking and you got to lead them a bit and like practice like you look at the distance and like how much you're pulling back the bow, and when you hit someone, it feels way more satisfying. Like it's triggering some like, primal hunter part of your brain. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, projectile combat is a lot of fun, and dodgeball that's all it is. Plus, you can do cool stuff like bouncing shots and catching stuff and blocking. You can't do that in any other shooter. And the other really nice thing about it is because it's a dodgeball, I can use like the default Unity sphere, and like that's the weapon, and I don't need to like create complicated weapon models.
Yeah, and it's very simple, and it's simple yet very unique to other games.
And I think that's the kind of games I really like building is when you have a simple premise and all the complexity comes, almost like as an emergent property, but like the core of it, like I don't need a really complicated tutorial. It's just like throw the ball at the thing, and everybody gets that, right? I don't need, a manual really. So
yeah,
it's nice.
That's awesome. Yeah. So I guess our next question is: has there been any other games you've worked on in the past besides Disco Dodgeball, or is this your kind of first main game that you've worked on?
This is my first PC game, but I actually used to build iPhone games. I've been a full-time solo developer for about 4 years. 1.5 of those was working on Disco Dodgeball, but the rest was some of these mobile games. One of them was like a hex-based strategy board game called New World Colony, and it was kind of inspired. You've heard of that?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's funny. It was kind of inspired by like playing some Catan, but seeing how broken Catan is. Like it's so frustrating to play, and like you always feel like you're totally unempowered, and one player just runs away with the whole game. And I know there's other strategies and stuff, but it just by default the game is really, really frustrating. And maybe it's just to me. Maybe I'm just an angry person, or I'm just bad at it. But I was like, oh man, I wish you could do like a hex game where you can, build and upgrade stuff, but also, take over territory. And I wish the resources were allocated in this way that was less random. And it kind of plays like a game of chess more than, Catan is so random, RNG based. Yeah. And I was like, well, I want a hex-based strategy game that is, it plays more, more deliberately. Anyways, and that kind of got me on that kick.
Yeah.
There were a couple more, and like they did okay, but I think I saw that the mobile market, it's just, I mean, Steam is crowded, right? But it's a whole nother thing with mobile, and the big problem is you can't do any kind of community building because distribution is so locked down.
Oh yeah.
There's no concept of early access. You can't really distribute a lot of keys to people.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to do as a completely unknown developer. You have to like build excitement somehow, and there's just no tools for that on mobile because of the way the platform is hardcore controlled. So then I decided to give a PC a shot, and this is kind of what came out of that. And
And that was a great choice because you made a very amazing game.
Made a very big impact on a big community.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole thing. Is like I had a web prototype up within 2 weeks, and people were playing it and talking about it and making YouTube videos of it. Right? Like no way would that be possible for a mobile game. And I saw like that was kind of the key. It's not that it's any easier on PC to like stand out, but at least it seems like you have the tools and the power in your hand, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good decision. I'm very very happy with how things turned out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. So that leads to the next one. Since you were just talking about releasing the alpha and stuff, so when did you release the first alpha? When did development really start for it?
I think it was July 2013.
Okay.
So a year and a half, maybe a little more than that now.
Uh-huh.
Just first Unity game, and just started messing around. I created like this little arena, and you could throw a ball around, and even just that early point, yeah, like you could just hang out in this room and bounce the ball against a wall, and that was fun, right? Like it's not that it's a full game, but you're like, oh, there's something compelling about this, like throwing it and trying to catch it in weird ways. And eventually I added, I had really rough multiplayer, but it worked. You would just automatically join a match. You couldn't really select your team or anything, but the basics were there. You could throw, catch, and there was a couple skill shots, like ricochets and mid-air catches and stuff like that. And that was pretty much it. Like the models were rectangles, like they were just complete squares with a googly eye face on it. So it was just so basic, but there was something like still kind of fun about it, right? So I put that up on a web player and just posted it to Reddit, and it did really well. And it was just people made videos like that day, and I was like, oh, this is like, it's just like a good sign. And then you're like, okay, this project probably has some traction. I should work on this a little. I should actually develop this thing. And it's really nice because I think on the game I did before this, it took me, I was working on it for 6 months before it felt like it was any fun. It was like a hacking game, and I had this like kind of grand concept for it, but the basic interaction like wasn't really exciting, and I just like struggled to make it happen. And now with this game, it was fun like immediately, and I love when that happens, and it makes the whole development a lot easier.
I think a lot of it being fun with this too is you can play with so many different types of colors for the games too, and it makes it even more fun.
I like the customizable part of the game.
Yeah, you get to change the color of your character and.
Yeah, and I think there's a ton more. I mean, I know the game's officially released, but it's kind of like, it feels to me like a foundation is there, and then a lot more stuff can be added on. And it's the kind of game where on the Steam forums, like I'm always getting ideas for like, oh, you got to add this game mode, or you got to add this power up, and it just really the potential there is really huge. And I think a lot of players see that, and it's fun because I have all these awesome ideas coming in, and it's almost like I have too many ideas. It's a good problem to have, right? But you got to figure out, okay, like what is the direction I want to take this? Like how can I, scope this appropriately as a one-person team? But I think in the development of early access, it maybe took a bit longer than it would have otherwise because I was trying to build it in a way that I could expand it easily later. So when I'd add like a new feature, I'd say, well, I don't just want to add this feature. I want to add the structure that allows me to add a lot of these similar types of things. So it's a little harder, it takes longer to program stuff in that way. But now I'm in this position where if I want to add a new game mode, it's not going to be that hard. If I want to add a new pair of sunglasses, it's like one line of code and an image. And I think the game can actually start expanding content-wise pretty rapidly at this point.
Mm-hmm. but yeah, just kind of taking like little amounts of like little bits of time every just to see what you can improve on leading up to like a Steam release of early access and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Um, so that leads to the next question. So what were you think some of the big challenges of making the game what it is now?
I think for me, I always struggled with just getting the game known. Um, that's a problem for every game developer, and
Right.
it's frustrating when you see like someone else tweet something and like, oh, now now it's on like all the
Yeah.
games press, right? And you're like, oh, like I wish, like I knew from the feedback that players were really enjoying the game, and I was like, this, and it's interesting, like I'm biased, right? But I'm like, okay, this is like a cool new thing, like it's a totally new first-person shooter style game, like it's doing interesting things with music and visuals, but like I could never get any kind of momentum in the press, and it was frustrating, and it makes you feel like almost like things are unfair, and in a way like they
Mhm.
are unfair. That's just the way the world is. But it's also like my marketing skills aren't that great, and the game didn't look very good for a very long time, and that's a big factor. So I don't. There's really no one to blame, and it's not like this massive conspiracy, but it was frustrating for sure, and
Yeah.
it kind of kills your motivation sometimes. But fortunately, it seems to have picked up a lot lately.
Right, there was this is not a question that I originally was going to be asking, but I do want to point out that it there was one point in time during the early access stage where it went from just a simple dodgeball game to something really pretty. Like the graphics like really
Yeah.
just looked a lot better. So I guess that was one of your bigger updates when you started making the game really nice looking.
Yeah, and that that's probably would have been my second choice for what was really difficult. I am not an artist, and like, but I didn't have a ton of money to throw at like an art budget, so I was trying to say like, okay, how can I make this look as good as possible within something I can actually do myself? And for a while, I started going down this kind of like quasi-realistic uh, kind of style, but ultimately it just looked worse and worse because as you approach reality, but you don't get there, it just highlights that deficiency.
Uh-huh.
And it's like that whole uncanny valley thing with CGI humans. Like if it's not absolutely perfect, it actually looks terrible.
Yeah.
So I kind of ran into that, and I decided, nope, screw it. I'm just going like super abstract, just shiny, dark surfaces. I had a reflection shader, and that made a big difference. Um, and obviously all the club lights and stuff. I
Yeah.
think it did really like. There were a couple visual tricks I used that really turned the corner. I kind of like fake the lighting in a way that it looks like this whole room is being lit, but it's actually just the material tinting slightly, and just little things like that. I finally found a good combination that looks, I think, it works, right? Like it's
Right.
abstract and it's kind of its own thing, and I'm sure it could look better, and that's something I still want to keep working on, but definitely way better than it was. You look back 6 months to a year, and it's crazy how much it
Oh
changed.
yeah, I've been keeping my eye on it
Yeah.
ever since beta, and it's come a long way for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, even with that, like, low of a budget, it still is really impressive on graphics and how it looks.
I did the best, I guess, with what I had at hand.
Yeah. Um, Now, and like you said already, you pay attention a lot to the Steam forums and the feedback and all that stuff. Um, was fixing the lag that people were having one of those issues for those who were experiencing it?
Yeah, I think that's been an issue. There's some things about the game that it may never look perfect, and excuse me, one of those things is how I handle the dodgeball positions. So there's this really hard trade-off where I really want to simulate the physics locally, because when you throw the ball, you want that nice smooth trajectory. And
Hmm.
if I sync its position, it's going to look jerky and bounce in weird angles, and it feels terrible. On the other hand, when you do that, everyone's local dodgeball positions are going to be slightly different. Like even a tiny, tiny inch might mean the ball winds up on the other, it hits a corner that wouldn't otherwise, and now it's on the other side of the room.
Right.
So I sync the dodgeball positions whenever you're not looking at them. That's kind of like a little hidden trick. But sometimes someone will pick up a dodgeball that you see in front of you, but they're across the arena, and I have to instantly sync it then. And that's kind of the teleporting dodgeball effect. I've been trying to do stuff where like it'll gradually just like roll on its own to maybe get closer to the actual server position.
Yeah.
So there's other tricks like that I can add, but ultimately because it's physics based, I think there's always going to be some weirdness. I could absolutely do better kind of movement prediction.
Oh yeah. Always room for improvement.
Yeah. It is hard though because the players in this game accelerate and stop very, very quickly in a way that doesn't happen in other shooters.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to interpolate that in a really and predict that in a really smooth, convincing way.
Yeah. Once you accelerate in this game, you're going. You're
Yeah.
really
And you
not,
can do it like fast, right? Like go from a standstill to sprinting.
Right. I do like a sprint charge up. I like going off the ramps. I always get killed really easily by this, especially by Ben.
Yep.
Ben will easily find me flying up where in the sky, and he'll just get me right up there with a duck hunt or whichever type of kill that is. So that's always fun to do.
There was another trade-off related to lag that is interesting when you're building a multiplayer game. You don't have all the players in the world, so you kind of have to concentrate everyone on one server.
Uh-huh.
And so for a while, I was just running the entire world off a server in the U.S. East Coast. So, in development, I had someone from Australia playing, someone from Russia, and myself, and we're all on the same server. And so, like, that's suboptimal, right? But, like, otherwise, we just wouldn't be playing. So at that point, it was kind of a trade-off. But the player base is now at a point where the EU server is pretty well populated, and the East Coast server is pretty well populated. And I just added an Australian server as well. So, but that one, there's only going to be like 2 or 3 people on it.
Right.
So hopefully, as the game grows, those servers will fill up, and I can even allow for players to have their own dedicated servers, whenever and wherever they want. But at some point, you have to balance between, concentrating the players and then having optimal latency.
Yeah. So what engine is used for the game, and what made you want to use that engine for it?
It's Unity 3D.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And I'm using it mainly because everyone around me was using it. So I work out of a place called the Indie Game Collective in Boston.
Okay.
A collection of other game developers, and we're all working on our own stuff. Some of them team up in 2s and 3s, but it's kind of just a co-working space. And for a while, I was the only one doing native iOS games, and they were all on Unity. And every day they'd be like, "Eric, you have to start using Unity because you can just press a button and now you're on another platform." I was like, "Yeah, but I already learned so much about iOS. I don't want to change now." And obviously that reached a tipping point where I'm like, "Yeah, screw this." And it was really nice because when you're learning a new tool, you have these really frustrating roadblocks where you're trying to do something simple, but you don't even know how to Google it, and that can just kill your motivation and set you back for a long period of time. And in those early days, it was so nice to just like lean over and be like, "Hey, like, what am I doing wrong? Like, why isn't this turning on?" And they'd point it out, and that really helped me get off the ground quickly. So, it's a great engine to use.
Oh yeah, especially for a game like that.
Yeah. And you can, I use a ton of third-party plugins for the multiplayer, for the AI pathfinding, all the visual effects, the UI, and it's all stuff. There's a bit of a learning curve with each of them, but it's still way easier than having to build it yourself.
Yeah.
And there's no way I could have built, anywhere near what the game is now if I didn't have access to like the asset store in terms of those functionality plugins. So. That's been really, really, really nice. It's just hard to build everything from scratch, right? I mean, you need to have that multiplier on your time. Yeah. And even if a plugin is $100, like you would have spent a month on it, and it wouldn't have been as good as it is now. So like it's an incredible development tool, and that's why these days you're seeing small teams come out with really cool projects.
Mm-hmm. Ben, you were saying something.
I was going to say, I have it downloaded on my computer, actually. I've been trying to get into it, the most I've ever gotten was just like a little kind of like a little cylinder moving around to be able to attack like another cylinder.
Yep.
Or it'll like disappear.
And it's frustrating at that point because you're like, it seems like so far away from what you actually want to do.
Yeah.
It seems like this insurmountable goal. But, if you just break it up into tiny, tiny little goals, like, okay, can I at least add this function? And then you just do that 10,000 times, and now you have a game.
Yeah. And going back to so what's the collective thing called again? Indie.
This is the Boston Indie Game Collective.
Boston Indie Game Collective. So, and you were mentioning how some people kind of get in a couple groups. Did you work with any different people to make the game?
There was like a 2D artist that I hired for a little bit of stuff. There was another artist I found online, and then one of the members is actually a 3D modeler, and so he did the 3D robot model.
Oh.
But in terms of the bulk of the design and development time, it was just a solo project on that basis. But obviously the music I also didn't write myself. I licensed that out.
Okay. And yeah, so you were looking for music. Was finding the music hard, or was it pretty easy considering that? I mean, they're not like these are just kind of indie artists, I guess, who made the songs that are in the game.
Right. I think it just kind of happened. Like I had one artist in mind from the very start. He had done some music for some other game trailers, and I just loved his sound. Thought it was just the perfect kind of combination of electro, futuristic, high energy kind of stuff without being like some like dubstep music is just like really aggravating, and like you can't listen to that 2 or 3 times in a row.
Right.
But this music was just perfect. It just like it was catchy, but but fun, and
it really balances out with the setting that the game is in.
Yeah. And so I think I got 4 songs from him, and there was another one I had write some original tracks because I liked what he had done on a game called The Virus Named Tom. That's another game from a couple years ago. And a couple other people just emailed me and said like, hey, like I saw your game on this YouTube video, and I write music. Do you want to add it to the game? And some of the stuff I heard was amazing. I'm like, yes, like let me add you because this is perfect. So to some extent, like some of that stuff came to me, and then other people would kind of suggest stuff. Like, so I have a list of artists I'd like to reach out to, but some of them are also a little more. It's going to be a little pricier.
Yeah.
So, but now that the game is out and the revenue is increasing more than when it was in early access, like I might actually be able to go out and say like, yeah, I'll get some of these bigger name artists and try to get them in the game because the more music the better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what? Well, since we're on the topic of music, what's your favorite song in the game?
I don't know. I think the crate stuff is really, really sticking with me. Pyromania, I think, was the latest one I added.
Let's say crate is really good. Syntax really gets us going.
Yeah. Syntax would probably be my favorite.
And just on the topic of favorites, what were some of your favorite parts of making the game?
I think it's always fun to build a new mode. In a way, you also have to program the AI to prioritize different objectives, and to some extent, like that is pretty fun because you're almost like teaching a robot to like behave according to how you want it to do, and you try to like diagnose, okay, what is this robot thinking right now? What is its motivation? Why did it go to the other side of the arena here? Why did it ignore the checkpoint? And you kind of just dig in and try to I don't know, it's kind of fun. And just with a new mode, it feels like it adds a lot to the game, and it's
Yeah.
It's way more fun, right, than working on like a menu, right? Like a menu. Is like,
I mean, if you try to compare deathmatch to something like hoops, maybe like you're wanting to have it shoot the hoop through the block in the sky. So that's just kind of an example of the stuff you kind of play around with.
And part of it too, it's like you have to build the AI to be super, super, super smart, and then you actually have to dumb it down so that it's not like
Yeah, the
unfairly
difficulty.
good.
Yeah.
So you build in like artificial stupidity, and
Yeah.
like you add like throwing error, and you have to add like a cone of awareness, which itself is a you're hiding information from it
Yeah.
intentionally. Because if you just say like find the closest enemy, it's like, oh yeah, it's the one right behind you. But they shouldn't actually know that that enemy is there. So that's kind of a fun process. I like building levels, but it does get a little tedious on like the third or fourth day when
Yeah.
I'm just like I love like the basic when I'm just like sculpting and throwing ramps and boxes everywhere. But
Uh-huh.
when I'm like adjusting tiny little LED lights on the corner and getting it just to the right 0.25,
Oh yeah. I'm
it's
sure.
like,
Yeah. You know,
ugh.
it's like you want to get to the other main stuff and not have to focus on that, but
Yeah.
in the end, it's all worth it.
Yeah, I mean, before I launched, I had a goal of a certain amount of game modes and levels, and I think it hit a pretty good point where you can just set it on random and you don't feel like there's like 100 different combinations of stuff. So you don't
Right.
really feel like you're repeating too much. But, that's something I definitely want to do, and at some point I'd love to build a level editor too, and that way all the players, the levels aren't that complex, right? So
Yeah.
it should be possible for players to create some pretty cool stuff.
You know,
And that
I was
way,
just and I was just thinking of a level editor idea for the game, and that would be really cool. So you are having the idea of having a level editor.
yeah, I've basically seen what user generated content. It sounds like buzzwordy, right? But it's like players making stuff for your game. Like that's the way to do it. And if particularly as a solo developer, I just don't have. There's no way I can compete with the amount of time that players could invest in the game.
Right,
And
and it gets the community more involved too.
yeah, like they love it. Like, and ideally, right, they could even sell stuff. And so
Right.
now there's an incentive for them to make awesome stuff, and they could invest a month in a level and have it actually, pay off financially, right? I mean, that's where you
Right.
want to get. And now you have amazing stuff being created all the time, and that is the direction that Valve is going with all their games.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it's just an amazing way, particularly for a multiplayer game, to keep it kind of going forever.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of work. Level editors are hard, but I totally have that as a goal for several months out because it just would be a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now will this now for and people will be able to share their levels with the world with everybody else, right?
Yeah, I'm hoping to use Steam Workshop for
Yeah,
that.
I was just
that-
gonna ask.
that's-
Either Steam Workshop, yeah, that would be really awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be definitely a great place to go.
Yeah.
yeah,
And obviously not just levels, right? But like their own, I mean, hats are the obvious one, but like robot parts and sunglasses, and maybe create their own game modes or
yeah.
Yeah.
special particle effects and skins for the dodgeballs. Like there's so much potential
Right.
there for
Now,
just awesome content.
Yeah. Now, is there a capture the flag mode in there?
Yep, there's a capture the cube.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks since we played, but we're definitely gonna start to play it a lot more now that it's kind of fully finished. But since we're on this topic of level editor, what else could we see coming to the game? Are there going to be any more updates to the full release?
Yeah, I have a big like idea spreadsheet that I've posted on the forums, and that has like every achievement I want to add. I want to add a whole bunch more like crazy power-ups to arcade mode. I have a whole list of game modes and single-player challenges and server options, and it's just like this mile-long list. So there's a lot of stuff I want to add, and fortunately the launch went well enough that I'll be able to actually add a lot of the stuff. I don't know about all of it, but fortunately it's in that place where I can actually start, almost going full drive on just adding fun stuff to the game. Before it was a little more infrastructure, like making sure the menus looked good or good enough, and now it's like, yeah, I can start adding some of these game modes and power-ups pretty easily. So I think the game is going to change a lot in the next couple months.
That's great to hear. And so I believe there is an arcade for multiplayer now, in which it's like various hordes of bots, and you added that to like a co-op thing, like I was talking to you about a while ago.
So there is not yet a co-op. Well, I'll start from the beginning. So there's a single-player arcade mode,
Right.
and to me that's kind of like what feels almost like a roguelike, where you start out with nothing, and
Right.
you take out increasingly difficult bots. You collect cash from your trick shots. You spend them on like kind of these randomly available superpowered upgrades.
Yeah.
Right, stuff that like slows down time, and one dodgeball is an EMP that zaps all nearby robots, and there's bosses and stuff, and it's just kind of like it's kind of taken all these ideas to this extreme place that would totally wreck multiplayer,
Yeah.
but are a lot of fun, right? In the single player mode, you just want to like kind of go crazy, and I wanted something that if you never wanted to play multiplayer, you could still get tons of hours out of. So that's arcade mode, and then there's a selection of right now single player challenge scenarios where you're given like 2 minutes and a certain amount of power-ups and some objective, whatever, and you try to get on the leaderboard. And those right now are solo, but I'm planning on making them co-op in the future. And there would be different leaderboards, whether you're 1 or 2 people.
Yeah.
Nice.
That'll be definitely one that Ben and I will definitely have to definitely binge on that mode. I think otherwise than that, we're just kind of looking at the store page here now, just to make sure that we've kind of covered every basic question we want to ask you. And I just passed by the reviews here. So the positives, I mean, and it's like you said, it's the highest, it's the highest rated multiplayer game on Steam. 886 positive reviews to only 7 negatives. That is quite the
wow.
The difference there.
It's crazy, and I think also considering that it went through early access for a year.
Yeah.
And gathered like at that point like 5 negative reviews total during that period is crazy.
Right.
And so actually like Northern Lion, who did a video of it, had a really good point. I totally agree with this, where it's like it's not necessarily going to be someone's like favorite game in the sense of like Dota. Someone's going to invest like 800 hours into Dota, right? Like
right.
It has that kind of just insane depth, but Disco Dodgeball is just an easy game to like because
right.
It's just the music's going crazy and it's easy to pick up and play, and it's pretty much fun. Like once you get a little bit of the hang of movement and throwing, it just kind of like clicks pretty easily, and it has a little bit of there's room for high level play with like teamwork tactics and rocket jumping and catching and all that stuff. But it is the kind of game that like as soon as you open it, it's just like, oh, this is cool. Nothing's really gonna like upset you about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And it's and like you said, it's such a simple concept. I mean, it's hard not to appreciate it for just how like you said, anybody can play it, and it's fun for a great number of people to play.
I think the googly eyes makes a big difference, like the little funny eyes on the robots. Like people just see that and you're like, I don't know, it's just like immediately entertaining.
Yeah.
And that's all you need. So all my future games are gonna have googly eyes for sure.
Awesome. Well, we're glad to hear that you had a great time making the game, and we're glad that you made the game what it is. It's definitely one of our favorites on Steam, and it's when I first heard about it, I had told Ben about this. When I first started, I was messaging him one day. This was right towards, I think, February or whenever the early access launched. I was like, dude, Ben, there's a game called Disco Dodgeball. And then we just kind of like, that's like the first text I sent to him, and I was just, and then it just, I guess it just started from there. Just the name itself just gets you pumped up to play it, and it's like whenever we're gonna be playing it, we'll just be like, oh man, dude, let's play some Disco Dodgeball.
I think the name has helped get a lot of people into it, right? Like you see that, and you got to click on it, right? You got to see what.
Disco Dodgeball. It's like 2 amazing things combined into one. I mean, you can't.
Yeah, you can't help but click it.
Yeah.
That was the goal, is just to keep like stacking awesome stuff on. It's like, okay, dodgeball's fun. Let's throw it in a dance club, and now you have robots, and you're on roller skates, and like all this stuff is just putting more awesome stuff like into one big ball. I don't know.
Right. So I will definitely be writing a review for the game and definitely giving you a very positive review because it definitely has grown to be one of our favorite multiplayer games that we have ever played. So.
Great. Well, thank you.
We've had a great time playing it, and we just want to let you know that you did a good job, man.
I appreciate it. It's, it's awesome as a developer to hear that kind of stuff because you never know. Like you always get wrapped up in your own game, and of course you're biased towards it. And to have people say like, "Oh man, I love your game," like it doesn't get old. So.
Right.
Yeah.
And with that. What do you say we play some?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll be showing the game to you guys on our screen here, but it may turn out a little bit laggy because Google Plus likes to make games look laggy. I don't know why, but
okay.
So yeah, I guess Ben and I will just each take turns playing. We are probably going to get our butts kicked very, very, very greatly.
I'm not nearly as good as you might expect.
Oh, really?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
All right, so I am going to turn down the music a little bit because we still want to be able to hear him, but there is crate playing right now, so you can't.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump into it. I'll go ahead and make the lobby, so make your life less easier or less hard, less easier. So we'll just do a random. We'll do deathmatch. That's the classic one that Ben and I usually like to play. So. We'll do pretty quick games. Let's have the bots on medium just to change it around a little bit here, and we'll make it unlisted so it's just us. Room name. I don't know, 100.
Okay. And you're on the East Coast server?
We're on West Coast.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm in. So that was the East Coast server.
Awesome. I'm gonna be blue. My favorite color is blue. So.
So should I be red? Should I be against you two?
Yes.
On your same team.
All right, here we go. Oh gosh, I'm really scared now. Wow. We haven't played in a couple of weeks, and I'm already seeing a lot of new stuff.
This level's probably the newest one too. So.
Right.
This map is called Octagon, and I built it because some of the other levels are a little too small for 12 people, and I'll probably bump up their size over time. But this map is obviously nice and large. It supports 12 players pretty comfortably, and there's a lot of just fun ramps and levels and walkways to snipe people on.
Yeah. Well, I see him right here. I'm gonna. Oh God. It's so close to my face.
I do a lot of chair ducking, right? Like if I see a ball coming right towards me, I'm usually swerving right in my chair.
Oh, I almost got you. Oh, my goal of life is just to get you once in this game.
Are you like following right behind me, or?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh. Come here. I just bounced it off. Of course, he is just ready for it. He's just, nope, I'm out.
Seth got me though.
Yeah. Oh, gotta love Seth. Yeah. We love the names that you made for the computers. Oh wow, so this is new. So this is something you recently added, just a winning, losing, most KOs thing that you added.
Oh yeah. So if you go, you'd have to quit out of the game, so you don't need to deal with it now. But if you go to the profile customization page, you can now, besides mustache and sunglasses, you can customize the face expression.
Yeah.
And you can pick one for a victory face and a defeat face. So you can make like a sad or angry or scared or whatever you want.
Oh.
And it's really funny because it's so simple. Like it's just eyebrows and pupils, but you can make a whole range of expressions.
There we go. Gotcha. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
All right, game over.
Yeah, game over. I can quit now. I've achieved everything in life.
And it's obviously everybody just goes for like the eyes that go all crazy directions, but I don't know. I think it's a lot of fun, and it like adds this fun bit of a personality.
Right.
When you're like, oh, like that's the player with like the googly eyes, or with that particular like weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We are once we level up more, we're definitely going to try to make our character look as goofy as possible, most
Yeah.
likely. I don't know if it's just me, but whenever Ben and I play, he always goes with the red team, and they just end up dominating us. I mean, look what's happening right now. It's just me and my luck right today.
Well, the red team is naturally better.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. That's me losing KO. I
Nice.
feel so great about that. All right, I'm gonna hand it over to Ben now.
See how sad that robot looks? So sad.
Oh my gosh. I like yeah, just the mustache.
Wow.
All right.
All right.
Dodge this. All right. It's gonna go into blue. Oh, I guess you're red.
Apparently red.
Oh, okay. So he's on blue team now. So, one of the characters we definitely like to joke around is flanks. We just go flanks whenever he kills us.
Oh, so all those robot names are, well, the majority of them are game developers from the Indie Game Collective.
Oh wow!
So they're all named after real people.
Wow,
That's really cool.
that's awesome. Yeah, Zeba's another one that we like to say whenever she gets us.
What's really funny is some people just naturally develop a rivalry with one of the bots, and they just think that like Ichiro is just like the hardest bot, right? I mean, they're all the same, but some people just like get these really intense blood rivals.
It's like seriously, sometimes with me, I'm literally like, if one computer kills me, I am like out to get them, like specifically them.
Definitely. Oh no. Come on,
Sean, man, he's a killer.
True MLG. Oof.
The team is losing. I gotta. They have to come back.
Oh, that's the winning kill.
I got the losing one.
Oh wow.
Screenshot.
Oh, good game.
Yeah.
So those aviators on my bot are exclusive to my account. So if anyone's claiming to be the developer and they're not wearing the aviators, you know they're lying.
So are you wearing those at all times?
In real life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I only program with shades on.
Only program the shades on. That's the only way to do it.
Yep.
Straight out of like CSI Miami or something.
Yeah. Oh, you got a little lightning thing on the back of you there.
Yep. And that's the area where there's a couple of people in the game, maybe like a dozen, where I've added a little logo just for them. Players that were really early backers. Basically, you're very helpful.
Yeah.
Early on. So there's a couple special things like that around the game, but eventually I want to open things up so that maybe like you pick a Steam group as your clan, and then that group's image shows up on your back.
Yeah.
That'd be a pretty easy way to do kind of clan-related stuff.
Now, what you could do is you could have it so you want to I'm gonna rotate back in. So what you were you thinking of maybe having? What would be kind of cool is that you could have people's you can have it so people can have maybe their Steam profile picture on the back of them, or somewhere on their body or something like that, just to add a little more customization options, I guess. Maybe.
Yep. I think what I guess I want to save the back specifically for the clan stuff. Like a team logo is kind of what I'm thinking. Right. But there's definitely ways I could integrate more, Steam profile type stuff, right? Like on the scoreboard, or in that match over, it could show your little Steam avatar right next to you.
Yeah.
I definitely want to do more stuff with Steam Friends, where it shows like you can invite people to a game.
Yeah.
And you can see which one of your friends are online and just join their match. So there's some stuff there I want to take a look at, because there's some cool stuff that I haven't even really started digging into yet.
And I mean, and making the servers is easy as cake. I mean, it's you can just easily just tell the person you're Skyping like we usually do just what the room code is, and they can just jump right in and play.
Yeah.
That's been pretty key. So the it's really difficult making a indie multiplayer game because you're always fighting that critical mass problem, and so finding a match has got to be as easy as possible, and setting one up it's got to be as easy as possible. And I think this third-party plugin I use called Photon, it really takes the stress out of it. You just hit a button and bam, you're in a room. So it helps. Do you want to try a mode like hoops or something where we have to
let's change it up.
We should all maybe verse some hard bots, but we're all on the same team and we can coordinate.
Ooh, all right. I'm down for that. I'll go ahead and make a new.
Oh, except you can only do one at a time on your end, right?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Hoops, and we'll just do a random level, I guess. Hard. All right. So the room. Oh. Create room failed. Okay, I'll just go 200 then.
200.
Oh, you quit out of that room.
Yeah.
What you can do when you're in a room, you just go to match settings, and you can change whatever settings you want right from there. But no biggie.
The option for whoops, I just opened up the browser. It says create room failed. Try different names. I just tried. Oh, I just realized I'm not even sharing my screen with you guys. All right. Well, I might as well just exit that out. I'll open up the game again here. No biggie.
There it is.
There we go. Maybe. Did I get it? Okay, good. So you guys who are watching the show right now can see my side, even though it's probably gonna be very laggy. But whatever, it's not laggy for us. So. Okay, so we'll do hoops. Okay, so everything's still similar here.
All right, good.
Create. All right, there we go. So 100 is still the 100 is still the new the room number, and then you can be what you want to be blue or red.
That's to be blue.
All right.
There we go. All right, so
let's play.
I'll go for the Super Ball, and if you want, never mind.
Whoa, man, Alex is already on me.
Ooh, the bots aren't hard, right?
Yeah.
Or medium.
They're on hard.
Okay.
You moved out of the way.
Yeah, I was like, nope. Oh, I gotta protect Basher. Oh, baby, where is it? Oh, crap.
You know what you might want to do before we get too far into this game? If you go to hit backspace, and then match settings, and maybe put the players down to 6. I think that would work a little better.
The players down to it's only giving me the option to change the mode and level. So I think I may need to do that, or let me.
Here, I can actually do a vote, and then if you hit F1, you see that?
Oh, awesome.
There you go. That's funny though. Maybe that's a bug I just added to the game.
Yeah.
You should have been able to see more settings, so I'll take a look at that.
Right.
All right.
And then so the vote thing you just did there, could I do that too if I were with if Ben and I were in a room, or can you only do that because you're the developer?
Nope. So anyone in a room can call for a vote, and they can propose whatever match settings they want. People can vote yes or no.
So now
that's a good way. Like if the host is.
How would I do that?
So I think the problem is on your end, because it looks like there was a bug. It only showed some of the settings.
Okay. So it might just be that I have a glitch.
So you said you only saw the first 2 rows?
It only let me change the level and the mode.
Okay. Well, good. We just found a bug, and I'll take a look at that.
Right.
All right.
Fixing the game.
Yep. This is game development right here.
Right.
Yep.
You play the game until it breaks.
All right.
There we go. So now we got 3 on 3, and
Awesome.
we're red now. And so it's a little more, might be able to get a little more teamwork going because it's not as insane.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh jeez. Wow. I just threw the basketball without even intending. Okay. This was mine. Oh gosh. Blanks.
Wow.
All right, so the bots.
Bots are being a little bit selfish.
Definitely go right at it.
There we go. There we go. Helping out Eric. See if he gets this. Boom.
Boom.
So there is a full assist system in the game. So like if you pass it to me and I scored the hoop, you would get the assist, and that is you'd get bonus experience points, and it's also tracked down the stats, and there's some achievements too for it. So
Awesome.
passing the ball
Yeah,
across.
I've been trying to get some of the achievements. Some of them, I will actually have to. I will ask you because there was one about like a helicopter.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to figure out which mode I would have to be for that.
You can do that in any mode. Just launch in the air, spin 360 degrees.
Oh,
and
okay.
hit
That's
someone.
my helicopter. Well, that's easy for me since I like to be in the air a lot.
Yep. Oh, I could have stopped them, but they got me. I had the match saving shot and I blew it. So when I grab the ball, try to move towards the enemy hoop, and then I'll pass it to you.
Okay.
And that way you can get a couple of like really quick hoop scores.
Uh-oh. We're on opposite teams here.
Oh, here I'll change over to blue.
Okay.
There we go.
Awesome. Okay. Whoa. Hello. Oh, who's got it? Oh, it's him. Oh, it's Seth.
Like the bots are doing most of the heavy lifting. Oh.
I just threw a regular ball into the hoop, and it just told me I can only score with a golden ball.
Yep. Yeah, I tried to make the mode simple enough that you can explain it with just 1 or 2 lines of text. You know,
All right,
and then like even if you don't know what's going on, you could still like have some fun and contribute a little bit. So, oh man, these bots.
Okay. So I'm over by the hoop. If you want to try that. Oh shoot! I went too far. My skills. Oh god, I'm stuck. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, what is wrong with me today? Okay. Oh my god. Okay, I'm ready. Maybe. Oh my god.
That was a bad pass. That's not bad.
Okay.
I'm still here.
Okay.
And I was at the alley-oop.
Okay, I'm gonna stay in that spot. All right, we are doing this. Okay. Uh-oh. Something happened. Oh no. Oh, I'm trying to find a dodgeball. Oh, okay, I'm gonna try to help, maybe. Oh, Seth. Oh shoot. No. Nope.
The bots are smart enough to pass to you if you're open. But in that case, I guess. Oh, that was.
All right, we'll try it. We'll try it this next game.
That arena is pretty tiny, so it does go very fast. I wonder if we'll get a bigger arena next.
Yeah.
With their mustaches.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good. All right.
Okay. This one's pretty big.
This gives good room for.
All right. I'm over. I'm over here. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh, Elliot took
Nice.
my.
Yep.
Oh, what a jerk.
Oh, did Elliot score that?
Yeah, Elliot just caught it right in front of me. He just cock blocked me. All right, there we go.
Awesome.
All right.
Funny because that was an assisted hoop. But I guess Elliot stole it from you.
All right. I'm over here. Flanks is being a little troll over here. Okay. I feel like I'm just staying here waiting for something to happen.
That's teamwork.
Yep.
I'm fighting to get the ball, but there's a couple of red spots right around it. Almost there. Nope, he killed me.
Jam out to the flanks, man.
There we go. I see the ball.
Elliot's taking it from me. Oh! 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 I missed it! Sorry, I got so excited. That's why.
I think the bot passed you there, which is pretty. All right, you there?
Okay.
Coming your way. Look at that pass. Oh, it took too long.
I took way too long. I was like, I gotta be ready for this. Oh.
I love that tension though when you're like trying to line up your shot and you're like, at any moment I'm gonna blow up. I have like 0.1 second to get the shot off. Okay, I think I can get the ball here.
All right, this will be accomplished today. Oh. Okay, just put it that way. Okay, there we go. Elliot, get out of the way. Oh.
Oh, good. Locked. That's it. That's it. We're dead.
This. Oh man. Oh
Yeah,
man.
he's having a lot of luck.
The best luck ever. All right, I'll try this one more time and then I'll have Ben try it. Corey, he's just taking up the whole thing. Turning down the bots. All right. I'll change I'll change it to. I'll go back to red. There we go. Okay, I'm on the wrong side. Take that, bitch! Oh, he's got an interesting mustache. I'm just intrigued. All right, this should be very easy. It's right in front of my face. Okay. Oh.
I think the vote didn't go through last time. This will turn them down one notch. They are pretty invincible right now. There we go. Okay, so next round they'll change difficulty.
I'm on the right side. Ah, Thatcher's just on me.
Is that you?
No.
Go for the hoop.
I'm gonna go back over there. Oh, I got a ball.
Ball's coming. Ball's coming. Look behind you.
Oh, caught it. Okay. Oh, I'm so close.
Wait. I'm here again.
Okay.
Nice.
There we go.
There you go.
Was there
One too many times.
Does that give me more XP or?
Not for you, I think, and it also bounced, I think, one too many times to count as an assist.
Oh, okay.
Got to be a little more of a clean pass on my part.
Alec would like to pass it to me nicely.
Gotcha. Oh, sorry, that was too hard of a shot. Try it again. Oh, we're gonna get this. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, if I don't stop sucking. Oh man. I caught that. Basher, you are just getting on my nerves. Okay. We're gonna get this. Okay. Alec, alright. It's not all about you.
Got it. I got it.
The music is just distracting me. That's my excuse. Alright.
Coming.
Oh, did that count as a bounce? Crap.
Yeah, but still, good work on that shot there.
Alright.
Hey, we're gonna win this time. All it took was teamwork.
Yep. And me just dying a bunch. Okay, this is gonna be it. Winning point. I'm gonna get this. Oh, carry!
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, they might. Yep, they got a point. Alright, down to this. Alright, Eric, let's do this.
Going for it.
Carry there, Pete. Carry there, Pete.
Oh, no.
Dude,
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, they passed it for the winning shot.
Oh, can I get him out?
You see that pass?
Alright, hand it back.
Bots are too good.
Alright.
It's close, though.
Alright, let's see if Ben can actually get the ball in the hoop. Like me. Alright.
Okay, it's going to be a little more chaotic because it's a small map, but we can
Right.
still make it work.
There we go. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-da-dum, bum. There we go. There. Oh no! Oh, it's on the. Oh, okay, never mind. You're right.
Oh, sorry. I should have just passed it.
Okay.
Okay, we're down 2-0.
All right, let's try this pass thing.
Right here. Oh, sorry, my bad.
All right. That's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, flanks!
It's always flanks.
Oh, you got KO'd?
Yeah, flanks just never ends. Get to the hoop! Nice job, Michael. What are you doing? Oh, oh, they're beating this ass. Oh, all right. Oh God, flanks.
Oh man, it's fast.
They are pretty fast. Flanks again. Wow.
You can also ricochet the shot into the hoop. So you don't always need to go all the way behind it, but it's obviously hard to pull off. 4-1, come on.
If we were playing TF2 right now, it'd be flanks is dominating us.
Yeah. Oh, wait, there you go. You got it. All you.
Boom,
Nice,
there
nice.
we go.
And right here.
Okay. All right, ready? Oh!
Keep joking. You're off the team.
Oh, I see you get nervous. Like, I wanted this achievement.
Oh, they missed. One more chance.
What the?
No.
Yeah, most those flanks, bug off. Touching your phone. Bum, bum, bum. All right, we're gonna get this.
Yeah, well, we have to do at least one assist.
Yeah.
I bet we can do it on this map.
Yes. Whatever you do, Ben, just. All right. Oh
No,
gosh, you gotta get back.
Get back up, back up. All right.
All right. You heading over back to the. Okay. He is ready for takedown. Operation. Oh God. Okay. Get rid of that.
I know, I'm getting rid of it.
Okay. All right, you heading over there. We're gonna try to get an assist here.
Got it.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
Oh!
Yeah! There we go.
Nice.
Assist.
How easy that was?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that give us more XP for the kill, or?
I'm
No, I
not sure
think
that the hoop counts more, but I get some bonus XP for that.
Oh, okay. I see how it is, Mr.
Yeah, I was trying to farm some XP there.
Oh shoot! I thought he was still gonna go.
No, but
Yeah, I
that's,
do want to add some stats for like completing the assist.
that definitely offers.
Oh no!
Oh, man!
Oh, my bad.
It's all right.
A toss.
That's it. Oh, what just happened?
Again, I'm trying to soft toss it. But
Pass it, Sean.
Come on, Sean.
Oh, Sean, what a selfish man
Got
you
it.
are.
Come on, Sean.
Oh, man.
Wow.
All right.
we're almost winning though.
Yeah, we got this. Just one more
Every time I
shot.
say that, we lose.
Oh,
Immediately.
shit. Oh, all right. It's down to this.
Somebody.
Oh shoot.
Good.
Yep, we just hit the developer of Crypto Dodgeball, and he's on our team.
Okay.
All right.
Oh no.
What are you throwing
Gotta
at
go
him?
for it.
No, I'm trying to empty my ball.
Yay!
There we go.
We did get an achievement. We got
Achievement.
Team Hoops Victor.
All right.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right.
All right. So we'll swap in here. Let's play one more game, and then we'll let you go.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Let's finish this off with a win. All right. Denied. Wait, did they still get the point for that? It better not have. All right, I'm heading over to our hoop. I'm ready for another assist. Now, what I do want to try is having me try to get the assist. Or, shoot.
Okay. I'll hang out by the hoop.
Okay.
Although this is gonna go fast. Holy crap.
Got it.
What is
Okay,
happening?
you know what? Never mind. Oh my god.
That was brutal.
Wow. All because of my idea.
That was like 30 seconds.
Holy crap.
We should probably do another one.
Yeah.
That wasn't even.
We're
a
not
match.
ending this on that.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
There you go. Perfect. And you go get the ball, and I'll wait by the hoop.
Oh shoot. Alright. I'm going to get it. Oh shoot. Oh man. Alright. It's on me. Alright. Ah, he's got it. Crap. Get out of here. Okay. Oh, shoot! What's wrong with my drifting tonight? Okay. Or today. Okay. Well, I guess it's a point. Okay. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Get out of here. Yeah. Okay. I got the ball. And go!
Yes!
Woo! Okay. So it still gives 25 XP. That's
If you
interesting.
set up a loop like that, you can, particularly in Capture the Flag, you can do the same kind of thing. And
Oh,
you
yeah?
can really take over.
Oh, shoot. I just realized I had the golden ball the whole entire time. I thought I just had a regular dodgeball. Gotta be real brave to kill someone with a golden ball. And not use it for a point. Alright. Shoot. Ryan, get out of here. Or Dan? That's Dan. Where did I get Ryan from?
Brian.
Brian! Okay. Going for the ball. Oh, no. Okay. Jonathan's got it. Oh, he's passing it to you. Oh, it's good. Okay.
Assist. Ooh. Oh, God.
All right, one more point. Go, Eric, go! Oh!
That was some Harlem Globetrotter. He passed it to me, I threw it at the hoop, he stole it midair, and then shot it in the hoop.
No, I want this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that was great.
Look at
All
that.
right.
He just stole all those
All
points.
Well, I
Awesome.
think that's going to do it for this little short episode. I guess we'll kind of end it off with this post show. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
It was great meeting you.
Yeah, great
Yeah,
meeting.
Sam. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, and maybe sometime soon we can have it so Ben can join us, and once you're a little bit less busy, we can have a little night of a couple more games, and we can actually have it so Ben can play too at the same time. So
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
But we're glad to have gotten you for our show the week before. You've got a whole bunch of busy weeks coming, so.
No problem at all. It was fun.
Yeah. Just keep up the great work on the game, and it's very fun. It's one of our favorites, and thanks for making it.
You're very welcome.
Definitely a good job.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, if you guys, for those of you guys who are watching on YouTube right now, thank you guys so much for watching our special episode. I got a new item in my inventory. Must have been a card drop. If you guys want to go buy the game, and you definitely should, it's $14.99 right now on Steam. Is there any plan of it going on sale soon or anything like that?
It just had the launch discount, so it's not going to be for quite a while.
Oh, that's true. That's true. But still, $15 is a lot. Or I should say, it's not a lot for a lot of great content. Yeah, I'm super tired today. But yeah, it's $14.99, and if you want to play with your friends, it's a $40 bundle as well. I will leave a link in the description below for you guys to go buy the game and check it out for yourself. And there's a demo too, if you're not sure if you want to buy it or not. So definitely check that out. What is in the demo exactly?
It's a ton of so it's basically the single player stuff. It has a little bit of arcade. It has the training mode. I think you can do bot matches with some of the settings. It just doesn't have the multiplayer piece.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, guys, so that's going to do it for tonight's episode of the Friday Show. Thank you very much, Eric, for joining us for this special episode. And otherwise, we'll be back to our regular schedule next week with all new shows. We hope you guys enjoyed our first month of all of our new shows on the channel, and we were glad to end off our first month of our new shows with interviewing the developer of one of our favorite Steam games. So once again, we're very excited to see what else you're going to add to the game, and we hope to play with you again soon.
Absolutely.
So thank you guys for watching. This has been the Friday Show, episode 4 for February 27, 2015. If you guys enjoyed this stream and you guys are excited for the next week's show and want to suggest what you guys want to have us talk about in the next episode, let us know in the comments below. And give this video a big thumbs up. All the social media links are down below. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Zachman18.
I'm beating the machine.
And that's Eric. and we will See you guys next time for an all-new episode of The Friday Show. Bye-bye, everybody.